Hello Leo, and welcome to your Tarotscopes for the time of November 2013. Now we will be covering your home and your family, your career and your goals. We'll be looking at your finances. We'll also be looking at your health and well-being and relationships. Okay, the first thing that you do have around in connection with your home, okay, and family is a few temporary influences. That means things are not going to be totally the way you plan, but this is only going to be for a part-time or a temporary solution. And what you may be finding is that there is a lot of compromises being reached by a lot around you, okay, to accommodate for this. So you could be finding that you're living in temporary accommodation. You may be finding that there is a bit of a change in the home or the family dynamics where somebody's only living there part-time, or maybe there's quite a talk about shifts and moves. You might have had a little bit of an argument or a frustration. Whatever it is, it's going to kind of like solve itself. It will work itself out, possibly over this next 3 months or so, but I just kind of get the words, look, it's just a temporary time, and just to know that everything will work out all right in the long run. In connection with your career and your goals, now you're going to be finding here that there is quite a lot of changes going on. You may not be happy with this. Your confidence may be a little bit shot because you're going like, oh goodness, what am I going to do now? There could be a lot of coming and going with colleagues around you. Businesses could be closing. You could be finding that there is just a change in department, or your job area could be changing itself. Lots of travel, lots of movement, and lots of transition. So there's plenty going on, and this could be quite frustrating. People may not see eye to eye. You may be finding that people are a little bit more anxious, and because of this they become a little bit more snappy. Okay, you may be finding that it's just time for you to take a bit of a holiday or a bit of a break from what you've been doing and go back with a fresh mind or a fresh attitude. The other thing, for those that are looking for work, you may be finding it's right outside the scope of where you are. So it could be a different town, it's in a different career path. You may be finding that this is quite frustrating because it does mean a little bit more travel. It could be that you need to separate the wheat from the chaff, what's really working for you and what isn't, okay, and reassess, okay, your goals and your pursuits and what you want to do and how you want to achieve this, because you may have found that there is no more calling for what you do. There is you need to make these changes to kind of go with the flows or get with the times. Okay, in connection with your finance, this month it is indicating here that incomes are going to need you to really tune into your financial spending. If you are not finding that this is working for you, okay, because in the past you found that financially you've been quite flat, then this is exactly the same again. Don't lend money where you don't need to lend money, okay? It may not come back. You may be finding that you're kind of thinking to yourself, well, I should have took my own advice on, an investment, or I should have listened to myself on whatever it may have been. Whatever's going on, it's just indicating take a little bit more caution, okay, with your finances. The incomes may be there, but they may be delayed, or it may be that a particular source may be drying up, and you do not want to be be left high and dry, okay? So double check things. In connection with your health and your well-being, look, you're in holiday mode during this period of time, so you may be finding that you want to take a little bit more of a relaxed look at your health and your well-being. This doesn't mean that you kind of give up on your systems, okay, or you neglect your health. It just means that you're doing things a little bit differently during this period of time. I have a few little minor hiccups and problems, okay, so just make sure that you keep up with the circulation. Make sure that you're flushing your system quite regularly, because you've got little blockages that could be coming around there, and keep the happy attitude. Don't get sucked into feeling quite pessimistic, things aren't going exactly according to plan, because I'm telling you that they are going to pop up and you're going to be feeling a lot better before the month's end. In connection with relationships, this month is all about stability, groundwork, building the foundations of what you want. And you're really going to be focusing very strongly on this in connection with your partnerships, okay? Now, whether this is financially, whether this is, setting the foundations and the roots for things to grow into something a lot more. If you've already been doing that, you could be putting your heads together and really working on some plans and goals that you can see becoming quite achievable during this period of time. You like your independence, so you're not going to smother your partner during this period of time. You're going to do things quite solo, but you know that you're both on the same page with the results that you wish to envision. For those that are single and looking, you may be finding that this is one of those times that you are reassessing what works for you as far as what you want. Now, you might be quite happy with your own company during this period of time. You might be looking for somebody that is quite different and out there, you know, quite independent from what you've had before, okay? And this might be somebody that is different from your own background, maybe friendships or you know, work colleagues, whatever it is. It's something that's kind of getting you out there and to try something new, and by doing so you never know what the opportunities may be or where they may lead.